The day after her birthday, Avelin is on her way home, cheerful and full of anticipation. She can hardly wait to read the fairy tale book that she got from her grandmother. Once home, Avelin decides to sit in the garden with her book so she can read undisturbed. Eagerly, she opens it and flips to a story her grandmother had already told her a little about.
Ah, here it is, The Heart of the King. Once upon a time...
She has barely begun reading when she notices something strange. Silver shimmering sparks rise from the pages and begin to float around her. Avelin watches in fascination, and before she knows it, she is completely wrapped in a silver glow.
Oh, what is this? Oh.
As if by magic, Avelin has vanished. Only the open book remains in the garden where she had been sitting moments before. A few silver sparks still linger in the air. In the next moment, Avelin finds herself in a grand throne room. Astonished, she looks around, taking in the enormous paintings on the walls. A large, beautifully decorated door catches her eye.
Oh, what? Where am I? This looks like a royal castle. I wonder where that door leads.
Slowly, Avelin walks toward the gold-trimmed door, opens it, and after a quick glance back, gathers her courage and steps into the next room. Once inside, she decides to leave the door slightly open so she can find her way back. She turns around slowly and then stops in amazement. She has never seen anything like it. A huge canopy bed stands against one wall, and at the edge of the bed sits a beautiful young princess in a fairy tale ball gown. Avelin wonders why such a magical-looking princess appears so sad. She steps a little closer, leans forward.
Hello? Can you hear me?
She asks the young woman by the window, but receives no answer. The princess does not even turn her head. Avelin looks around and notices another door.
Where might that door lead? Maybe I'll find someone there who can tell me how to get home.
Avelin now finds herself in a long corridor. Golden, gleaming suits of armor line the walls, and colorful crests catch her attention.
Where have I ended up? All these armors and the beautiful crests.
She speaks to herself as she admires the crests, then continues down the corridor until she reaches a large door leading outside. A magnificent castle garden welcomes her. Along the narrow path, splendid flowers bloom, bordered by lush green grass. Farther ahead, Avelin spots a stable and heads toward it with hope.
That looks like a horse stable. Surely someone there can help me.
At the stable, Avelin slips carefully through the open door. Majestic horses stand in their stalls, and a young, strong stable boy looks at the unexpected visitor in surprise.
Well now, who do we have here? I've never seen you around before.
Good day. My name is Avelin. I don't know how I got here, and I don't know how to get back home. Can you help me? I was in the castle and met a princess, but she didn't speak to me. I don't think she even noticed me.
You were in the castle? How did you get in? The main gate is well guarded, and no one has been allowed inside since the queen died. But I can't tell you much more. I'm only the stable boy. You should talk to the cook in the castle. He surely knows more and might be able to help you.
Avelin nods and thanks him before heading back through the garden toward the castle. In the castle kitchen, Avelin sees the cook standing beside a large copper pot from which hot steam rises. She hesitates, but his friendly expression encourages her to speak.
Excuse me, the stable boy said I should talk to you. My name is Avelin. I have questions you might be able to answer.
Good day, Avelin. I don't know who you are or why you're in the castle, but I can try to answer your questions as best I can. Come, let's sit at the table.
Once they sit down, Avelin begins to speak hesitantly.
I'm not sure how I got here. I was reading my fairy tale book and suddenly I was in the castle. In one of the rooms, I saw a beautiful young princess. She looked so sad, but she didn't answer when I spoke to her. I only wanted to ask how I could get home.
Well, that is indeed a very strange story. Unfortunately, I don't know how you can return home, for it seems you arrived here through magic. Princess Clarabelle might be able to help you, but she hasn't spoken to anyone since the queen died. The king was so bitter over the loss of his wife that his heart turned cold and stone hard. He forbade Princess Clarabelle from leaving the castle, and she is no longer allowed to see the man she loves. Since then, she sits in her room and has stopped speaking. She used to be so cheerful and kind to everyone.
That is truly sad. Isn't there anything that can be done to make her happy again? The king must see how much his daughter is suffering. Oh, if only someone could help her.
Perhaps there is a way. I cannot leave the castle, but you, little Avelin, you might be able to help. Listen.
The cook leans forward and whispers into Avelin's ear. She listens carefully, then nods eagerly, stands up, and leaves the kitchen through a small back door. Outside, night has fallen as Avelin hurries through the nearby forest. Only a faint glow of daylight remains on the horizon. She does not look back, focused on her path and careful not to trip over the roots that reach into the narrow trail. At last, she reaches her destination, a small old wooden hut deep in the forest. Avelin sees the herb garden in front of it and knows she has come to the right place. Determined, she knocks on the door.
Who's there? What do you want at this hour?
My name is Avelin. The cook from the king's castle sent me. Please open the door. It's important.
The door creaks open slowly, and Avelin steps inside. She finds herself in a dimly lit room that looks like a kitchen. Dried herbs hang from the walls, and in the corner sits an old woman who watches her curiously.
So, Avelin, is it? You're quite brave, little girl, walking through the forest alone. It must be something very important that weighs on your heart.
Yes, it is. The cook said you're the only one who can help. Please listen to me, good woman.
The herbal woman nods and motions Avelin closer. She listens carefully, then disappears into the next room. Avelin waits anxiously. Shortly after, the herbal woman returns, holding a vial filled with a blue glowing liquid. Avelin's eyes fix on it, fascinated.
What is that? Why is it glowing? Tell me, what am I supposed to do with it?
Patience, patience, little one. Come here, and I'll tell you what to do.
Avelin steps closer and listens as the herbal woman whispers instructions into her ear. She takes the vial, tucks it safely into her dress pocket, and leaves the hut with a polite farewell. Back in the forest, Avelin follows the narrow path toward the castle. She is even more careful than before, determined not to stumble and to bring the vial safely back. In the distance, she can already see the castle. In the castle kitchen, she walks straight to the cook who has been waiting for her.
I'm back, and I brought the vial. The herbal woman gave it to me. Here.
She hands him the mysterious vial.
Oh, that is good. Then let us begin. This will soften the king's heart. Go now, little Avelin. You know what to do, but be patient. We don't want our plan to fail.
Avelin nods with a mischievous smile and leaves the kitchen. Hidden behind a thick pillar, Avelin stands in the castle's dining hall and watches the king. He sits at a long table, eating the soup the cook prepared for him. The king seems lost in thought and does not notice the small observer watching him closely. Avelin waits patiently, never taking her eyes off the king. When he finishes his meal, he sits on his mighty throne, staring gloomily ahead. Avelin notices a faint blue glow forming around him. She knows this is the right moment to speak.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. My name is Avelin, and I would like to tell you something, if you allow.
The king looks at her in surprise. He nods slightly, careful not to let his crown slip.
Well then, little Avelin, I do not know you, and I have never seen you here before, but it seems important. Speak. What weighs on your heart?
Your Majesty, it's about the princess. She is so sad that she no longer speaks to anyone. She used to be so joyful and filled the castle with life. She loves an honest young man from the village, but you forbade her to see him. Please, have mercy, Your Majesty. Surely you want your dear daughter to smile again.
Avelin watches him anxiously. The king returns her gaze in silence. After a long moment, one that feels like an eternity to Avelin, he finally speaks.
Little Avelin, I do not know where you found the courage to scold me, but you are right. In my grief for the queen, my heart turned to stone, and I refused to see my daughter's happiness. It was selfish of me. Come, Avelin, let us go to the princess. I will speak with her.
Avelin follows the king to the princess's room and stops in the doorway. She watches as the king speaks softly to his daughter. The princess stands before him, listening silently. After a while, Avelin witnesses father and daughter embracing. Both smile, lost in the moment. Avelin sighs softly and smiles as well. The king leaves the room, and the princess turns to Avelin. She smiles brightly and beckons her closer.
Come, Avelin, don't be shy. I want to thank you for what you have done. I don't know how you managed to soften the king's heart, but he seems himself again, and I am very grateful to you, little Avelin.
Avelin smiles and nods gently as the princess wraps her arms around her.
Tell me, little Avelin, is there anything I can do for you? I would like to give you something in return. What would make you happy?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me how to get home. This is not my world. I came here when I was reading the fairy tale book my grandmother gave me. It's beautiful here, but I would rather go back to my mom.
I understand. Let me think. There is a book in the castle. My mother once told me it has magical powers. I believe it has been stored for many years in a chest in the large storage room in the cellar. It has a red cover, and on it is a golden emblem, like a ring of stars with a unicorn in the center. Go and find the book, little Avelin. I wish you success, and that you return home safely.
She hugs Avelin once more and waves before Avelin leaves the room to search for the book. In the cellar, Avelin goes straight to the storage room filled with chests and crates. She opens the third chest and rummages through it until she finds a red book. Avelin lifts the book out and examines it.
Yes, this must be it. But which page do I open? Where does it say how I can return home?
With the book in hand, she sits on one of the crates and slowly flips through the pages. Suddenly, silver sparks rise from the book, and Avelin notices a magical glow surrounding her before she finds herself back home on her bed.
Oh, it worked! Oh, the book is here too! I wonder if I can travel to another world with it again.
Avelin thinks about her adventure for a while longer, until her eyes grow heavy and she falls asleep. Surely she will dream tonight of the princess and the king's once stone heart. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.